All right, let's get this recording started. So, speaking of the recording, what we'll do, I am a promotional partner, says David. Okay, great. All right, so hey, welcome everybody. We're going to get this party started here. I don't anticipate that too long. This is what? This is the 25th of April. If you guys can go ahead and mute yourself, that would be awesome. Let me make sure and do it for everybody here. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Okay, if you just joined us, welcome. I think a lot of people are coming into the challenge. More people are coming into the challenge for being just getting the information. And then we have currently about 5-to-1 ratio for people that are becoming promotional partners. And so what I'm kind of noticing is that like people that are promotional partners, they tend to engage more in like webinars and what's going on, and they tend to attend these live streams that we're doing. Customers, not so much. Customers, they're coming in, they're just going to the product, they're just doing their thing. And so what I'm thinking about is we can probably be a little bit more efficient with our time. Since I understand, all you guys have lives and stuff like that, but we also got a lot of projects going on that we're working on, which some of them I'll share with you here tonight. I think we might be more efficient with our time if we dedicated our Wednesday night webinar to maybe 70% of it would be we'll include like promotional stuff, and then somebody's not muted. If you guys can mute yourself out, that'd be awesome. And then maybe if we have any sometimes we have like cool updates that we're doing to on the customer side, which I will also would be updating you guys as well. Okay. So I've got a few things I wanted to kick this off with today. Okay. First and foremost, you guys, I love this kind of stuff, right? So let's just do this. I want to do this like every week. I want to recognize some people. Just looking at some of the leaderboards, you can just see that. Okay, somebody is like, allow participants to unmute themselves. How about if we check that box off? And okay, boom, that went quiet. Okay. All right, I'll just rely on looking at your pretty faces here on the side. You guys can see this, yeah? Okay, so congratulations. I just want to congratulate you guys are in the top 20 here for the challenge. We're still running strong. Tony still holding the number one, still holding the crown. Marvin, congratulations to you, man. You jumped pretty good. Marvin is number 2 spot right now. Marvin, huge congrats to you, my man. Paulo Barroso jumped. Paulo, congratulations, 2,630 points. Not too far behind number 2. I think Paulo is going for number 1. Alex and Anna Z, congratulations to you guys. You guys jumped, I think, at least a couple spots over the last 24 hours. 2,430 points. Jerome, 2,365. Congratulations, brother. Paulo B, congratulations. Still holding strong in the top 10. Nick Hill, congratulations. Lockman, congratulations. Joshua Elder, I think you jumped as well, brother. Congratulations to you. Miles and Sonia Seegers, holding that number 10 position strongly, not giving it away to anybody. Congrats to you guys, Sonia and Miles. You guys are awesome. HBL Adventures, congrats to you. Sid, congratulations. Dirk and Marielle, good to see you guys in the top 20 here, running strong with 645 points. Sarah, congrats to you. I know, Sarah, you had some challenges with ClickBank, which one of the, actually, let me make a note of this because I do want to CB suspension. Okay, I want to cover that now that I see. So Sarah, congratulations to you. Despite the challenges you had, here over the last couple of days, you're still in the top 20. Dave Prosser, strong holding, man. Congrats, number 15. Sarah, congratulations. Anu, congratulations to you. Anu, you might want to upload your picture. You'd be in the top 20 with no picture. Same thing with HBL Adventures and Paulo. You guys want to go to like, man, what is this service? I'm blanking out on this, but maybe somebody can type it up. Dude, what is that? My goodness, I'll remember. I'll tell you. There is a service. Hold on. Let's see, chat. Gravatar. There you go. Thank you, Dana. Yeah, Gravatar. Go to gravatar.com. Okay, so what you do is you go to gravatar.com right there. You can see, guys, right? People in the chat, they're typing gravatar.com, and you will be able to basically just register your email, the same email you're using with 4% in your profile. And if you register that email with Gravatar and then upload your picture on Gravatar, basically what that will do is anywhere you use that email in your profile, okay, anywhere with any company, anywhere, and whatever picture you have uploaded on Gravatar that's attached to that email is the picture that's going to show up here. Okay, so that's how you put your picture in there. Okay, somebody is driving. You guys can please stop doing that. That'd be awesome. Okay, Angela, congratulations to you, Angela. Austin Brinker, congratulations, and Pete Kachev, congratulations, Pete. You just entered in the top 20, my man. You jumped quite a few spots here. Congratulations. How do I get rid of this? You guys, if you can please stop annotating, that'd be good. Okay, let's not do that. We're not kids, you guys. Okay, thank you. Okay, so congratulations to the top 20, you guys. I also want to congratulate these people here that are just want to give shout outs. We're going to go to partner dashboard since most of us here are partners anyways. So let me go to partner dashboard. One sec here. And this is a leaderboard. Okay, you guys have probably noticed we have leaderboards here, and there is 3. There is personal sales sales volume. There's personal customers, and this one is personal customers. This one is an important one to kind of pay attention to because these are the people that will be up and coming superstars and super producers. Okay, when you focus on getting customers, okay, when you have customers will be turning into repeat customers, the way that the 4% system works. And so I just want to give a shout out here for the last 7 days to you guys that are in the top 20 for your personal customers. Okay, so this might be the 4% challenge. These are new people that you have brought into your business as a customer. Okay, ITM might be whichever product that they purchase. So Alex and Anna, congratulations to you guys. Jerome Chapman, Paulo Barroso, Marvin, Josh Elder, Paulo B, Lockman, Austin, congratulations to you guys. Miles and Sonia Seegers, Tony Rush, Nick Hill, Lance, Summer, Kappa Kaoma, congratulations to you, man. I see your name starts popping up here on the leaderboards. Tatiana Moshenko, congratulations to you. You're in the top 20 for customers last 7 days. Natalie Barton, congratulations, Natalie. Anu, again, Anu, you're in the top 20 for the contest as well. Congrats to you. Stanley Panko, congratulations. Lockman, Many, Honest Souls. That's a cool ink. And then Alex Z again. Okay, so now that does not make any sense. Alex Z number 1, Alex Z number 20. So it's either somebody is using Alex's name, or maybe Alex has multiple accounts that did not. Okay, so we're gonna look into it anyway. So congratulations to you guys on that. Okay, that is really, really awesome. I'll tell you this, for some of the things that we're doing here, which I will talk to you about here in the 4%, it will be awesome. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna unmute all of you, and congratulations in those categories. Right, you guys can give them a hand. You guys can clap for them. How do people get cash prizes? Somebody's saying. Okay. Let's see. Continue. I want to mute everybody here. Okay, good. So for the contest, okay, contest runs until the 11th. Okay, and so when that ends, those cash prizes will be paid out within 30 days of contest ending. And so will be the celebration party as well. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later on. Keep in mind, you guys, with the ITM coming up, with the launch of ITM, those leaderboards will be, it's going to get shaken pretty good, okay? it's anybody's game right now, literally anybody's game. It doesn't take a lot of those 75 points to add up, for you to go for 10,000 points, and end up with 5,000. That's actually what I was, that's actually what, anytime when I can tell you about myself. So for those of you guys who are participating or going for the contest, don't look at people that are your running buddies. What I always did is I always looked at, like, what do I want, right? How many points do I want? And so I just basically, I set myself a target, and I wanted to hit the target. And so the target that I was not on somebody else's efforts. Okay, so if you guys are coming in here, please do not unmute yourself. That'd be good. Just keep the conversation, clean. Anyway, so I want to cover three or four things. Number one, we just pushed out another update on eStage. For those guys who would have eStage, a version, I think 2.5.8 has been pushed out. Some framework updates. It's now compatible with the most recent WordPress version, so it syncs up with that. Overall bug fixes and just overall improvements across the board for that particular version. So it's available to you for download. If obviously if you have eStage, that is available now. Thing number one. Thing number two. Okay, so this is a big one. How many of you guys here, with a show of hands, so we can keep the sound kind of, don't go too crazy on the sound here. How many of you guys here are going through the challenge and you are eager to move through the levels or through the sessions, and you wish that the sessions wait time in between sessions would be a little bit shorter? You have anybody like that? Yeah. You guys have people on your team that are in the same. I'm just flipping through screens here, and I see a bunch of hands up. Okay, a bunch of hands up. Okay, so here is, I don't like the delay. Okay, oh my goodness, at least 10-hour limit. Okay.
Yes.
So you guys wanna decrease the time limit for the challenge, yeah? And so it would allow you to go, from session to session a little bit faster. In the chat, somebody says, I hate waiting. Okay, 10 to 12 hours. So instead of 24 hours, it will be 10 to 12 hours. Okay, well, what if I told you that you could have a version of the challenge to where you can have full control over how fast you want the sessions to open up for you? Okay, and so that is a feature that we have built, and here's how it's going to work. Okay, if you are starting tonight, anybody that's a confirmed lifetime member of the 4%, lifetime pro member, okay, if you're a lifetime pro member, starting tonight, okay, you have no restriction on the time for the challenge. So what that means, hey, you guys like that? Yay! So what that means is this, okay? You can go through the sessions at your own pace, and then when you are done with the session, the very last action step, right, of each session, it's like at the little green check mark, and you just check that box, complete session. As soon as you complete that session, it will open the next session for you right away. So you can take a day, you can take a week, you can take a month, you can take a year to go from session to session. But you literally have full control of the time on that one. Okay, so that is available for promotional. That's available for lifetime pro level lifetime members. So anybody that came in here and they're like, okay, I realize I see what this is. What the challenge is all about. I love it. I'm here to stay. I'm gonna plant my flag here. I know there's level 1, there is level 2, there is level 3 of the challenge. I'm here for the long haul. And anybody that goes lifetime, we will reward them with that feature. It's exclusive to them. Okay? So anybody that is, maybe they're still on $1 trial, maybe they're on a monthly plan, that's totally fine. These guys can go and they'll be, it'll be a 24-hour between sessions. Okay. Now, a couple of things, you guys, I want to make sure that we all understand, since most of the people here are promotional partners. If you do bring customers for the challenge, all right, for example, what we will do is we will be including communication to them, like on session maybe 2, okay? When they hit session 2, they'll get an email saying, hey, by the way, you can upgrade to become, you can plant your flag, upgrade to the lifetime, and you don't have to wait the 24 hours between sessions. Giving them that option. If you're a promotional partner, it will increase your upgrades to the lifetime, obviously, and we want people to be committed here, right? So obviously the challenge here, this is for the long haul. You know, my vision here is a long-term vision, and a lot of the things that we're building out here is for long-term, and so we are going to be rewarding people that commit. And you know, there's many benefits for somebody upgrading. Number one, you eliminate your monthlies, and you don't have to worry about, you know, ClickBank doesn't charge you, or maybe your credit card got declined or whatever, and then you lose your subscription or whatever the case might be. You get the best deal. You don't have any monthlies. You're done. So, you know, it's one-time payment, and, you know, and you go through the challenge at your own pace. That's that. Okay. Let's see. Take a look at the Alex Z saying awesome deal. So what you guys can do is you can, you know, if you communicate with your, you know, with your customers, let's say if you do, you know, maybe team hangouts or private communication with your people, you can tell them that, make sure that people understand that, just kind of spread the word. So the rules are very simple. You know, if you go lifetime, you have a, you know, the time restriction gets removed from you on the challenge. Guys, speaking of the challenge, please understand, okay, the challenge currently we're on, I think it's like session 34 or 34 or 35. I'm not sure if anybody got to session 34 yet. So the challenge is, the framework has been, I was thinking a lot about that framework for just literally like years, right? About how can we do it. So we are, okay, somebody's on session 22. Okay, 33. So Nigel is in session 33. Awesome. So if you are at the time of us having this meeting, which is the 25th of April, okay, I think there is session 34, 35. That's how many sessions that I have recorded, because I'm the only guy that's in the challenge. I don't want to have like guests coming in and talking about it. So basically just me moving the project forward, in addition to, you know, running the whole thing. So what we will be doing is sessions will be opening up to you guys moving forward. Okay. Obviously the goal is to have a session open up every day. Okay. Currently, I'll tell you this, there's going to be at least, at the minimum, there's going to be probably at least 3 sessions per week that I can say for sure that we'll be opening up. And then once we're past ITM launch, we're going back to, you know, to moving the challenge into, you know, in a smoother way. The bottleneck for that is, you know, I'm shooting the videos basically as I'm going. So a lot of you guys who were like pioneers in the challenge, right? You literally like walking, you know, a step or two right behind me. And so for you guys, just keep in mind, okay? So if you're somebody like on session 22 or, you know, 17 or anything, you know, below that, just realize, you guys, this is not a racing game. This is not, you know, let me just skim through this thing. This is your thing. This is, you literally, if you go through the challenge and you really take the time and, you know, and treat it like you need to treat it, it will change your life, man. It will change the way you think about promoting. It will change you think about positioning. It will help you position yourself better as an entrepreneur, as a promoter. You can apply these, and please understand, this is, you know, even though like the challenge examples, you know, we're talking about, you know, 4% products, you do not have to apply these tactics just to 4% or promote 4%. Like, understand that. I have, you know, I've heard some people saying, well, oh, Vic is teaching how to promote 4%. Well, duh. You know, I think we have the best product. So if I'm going to show you anything in practice, why would I show somebody else's product? Right? I mean, but you gotta be smart enough to realize that, hey, you're like, don't take things literally. You gotta take strategies, right? So if I'm showing you how I promote whatever I'm showing you to promote, you can take that strategy, apply it to promote a book, apply it to promote your, you know, whatever it is you want to promote, other company or other product, your own thing, you know, other affiliate offer. It doesn't matter. Like, you do not have to feel like, okay, if Vic tells me to promote 4% product, then I have to promote 4% product. No, you can take what I'm showing you, the strategy ideas, apply it to elsewhere, and I promise you, you will have success. You know, okay. So that's that. So yeah, starting tonight, you guys, that feature is live. If you're watching this, if you're not a lifetime member, if you like the challenge, if you want to stay with us long term, you can simply upgrade to the lifetime from the back office there. I think you should have that feature, and you'll be able to move through the challenge at your own pace, so nobody will complain about timing. 24 hours is too long. Okay, good deal. All right, so that brings me next to our next update here. Okay, I see the chat. You guys are saying awesome, love it. Okay, great, good. So next thing I want to talk to you guys about is, since most of us here are promotional partners, yeah, everybody promotional, or most people promotional partners here, yeah. So I want to give you guys updates on ITM pre-launch and the process there. So things are ready. The funnel is ready. We were able to integrate the funnel internally into the ecosystem. Okay, and if you guys have questions, we'll actually open up for Q&A a little bit later on here. I think after I talk about ITM updates. So the funnels are ready, pages are ready, things are ready for ITM, for Mass Traffic Blueprint. So Mass Traffic Blueprint will be our free offer that we'll be promoting to the marketplace that will give people value. This is a value-driven launch. This is a value-driven funnel. Okay. So Mass Traffic Blueprint is an appetizer. It's a really cool appetizer. If you love caviar, it's like a black caviar, man. It's really good. You know, it's really expensive stuff too, but we're gonna give it away for free. And so that will bring people in to your funnel. They will consume this information. Some people will not go and buy ITM. That's totally fine. The intention here is to deliver value. Mass Traffic Blueprint will give people value. If anything, it will change how people think about traffic. And then when they're ready for ITM, they'll come back and they'll be able to purchase later. Okay. The way this is going to work is when somebody opts in, we want to have a smart funnel. Okay. So I've done a few launches, and a lot of launches did really good. Bring sturgeon caviar. That sturgeon caviar is good, huh, Alex? Yeah. Okay, Alex, there's literally reading some chats here. So we're taking a little bit of extra time to build out a smart funnel. So I told you guys about that SMS integration. Okay. SMS integration, we were approved. We got accounts approved with a third-party company. This is not the cheap stuff. The cheap stuff is like email to SMS. Anybody can do that, and it's hit or miss delivery. It's not. It's like whatever, right? We're going for the good stuff. We're going for industrial business, enterprise level type stuff, where our messages get delivered, and of course when we're doing that kind of stuff, we want to make sure that compliance is huge. Compliance with SMS and text communication is totally different, a lot stricter than email compliance. So we went back and forth with this third-party company, got things approved, and everything is good. But it being a third-party company, we had to develop an API connection to where that service would talk to our email service, and then these two would have to sync up. There was a risk or potential for miscommunication, just because it's technology, and when you have two systems working separately and being connected, sometimes language translation gets lost or whatever. It's technology, right? So that was like the best thing that we could come up with, and it would be international. Now we can go with there's many platforms that allow us to do texting on for US and Canada only. Very few for internationals. International is pretty expensive. It's like 10 cents per text anywhere outside the United States. So every time there's a text going out, it's like 10 cents. If you take that times tens of thousands, that adds up pretty good. And so a couple days ago, right, we're using a company for email. We're using a company called MeraPost, and we have been delivering emails with them. They have been pretty good. Probably the best that I have seen so far. And we've tried a lot of different we've tried a lot of companies. The thing with Merapost that we have is we have great reputation with them. I know the owner, Russ, talked to him. They're a great company. He knows our business. We've been with them for a long time. I had my other accounts with them. And so we've developed this great relationship with Merapost. So they put us on their best IPs and stuff like that. So, if there's anything going on, they let us know, we fix it, so it's a good platform. Very, very cool company. And so anyway, a couple of days ago, we find out that we are able to bring SMS messaging directly into Merapost, right? And use everything not as a third-party company, but we can literally, this is the same platform. So what that means is people that decide to get on the, on our private text VIP communication or notifications alert, right? These people, if they're in a database, their phone number will be attached to their email, and it's in the same database. So there is no possibility of any of the information to get, misplaced or miscommunication between the systems or anything like that, right? I can't hear you good. Is anyone having issues? Okay, D, probably an issue with your speakers or something like that. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Hands for yes? Yes? Okay, good. Okay, so I said, hold the horses, man, hold the horses, okay? Let's not pull the trigger, because if I have an opportunity to have, an email attached to the phone number attached to the email directly, here's what that means, right? Well, that means if you have somebody opts into the mass promotion or mass traffic blueprint, right? You promoting the landing page, somebody opts in, and then we give them an option to, to get on our VIP SMS alerts, and they do that, right? When emails go out on your behalf to those people, let's say they watched video 1, or maybe they didn't even watch video 1, well, the email goes out, and the system knows, did that link get clicked? Okay, if they click the link, we know that they're engaged. If they did not click the link, the system will follow up with a text notification and try to get them to engage. Okay, so that will happen. Okay, think of the big picture here. That will happen for this launch for Mass Traffic Blueprint and Internet Traffic Mastery. This will increase everybody's engagement. We did SMS. Check this out. We did SMS back in, I think there was a product I was launching. I think it was High Traffic Academy back several years ago. And we played around with SMS, getting people an SMS. We had like 75%, about 75% of people that opted in with a phone number or opted in with an email. About 75% of them were also adding their phone number. Okay. But the challenge there was we could not deliver SMS internationally. We could only deliver, even though people opted in international, the messages could only be delivered in the US and Canada. That's it. And so we saw a tremendous increase of engagement even with those folks. But now we're able to do this internationally. Literally, it doesn't matter what country they're in, as long as they got a phone number, a mobile number, they'll select their country, enter their number, and boom, they're in the system. And so it will be a smart system. It will have this journey that will look at their engagement, and it will communicate with them, via email, and then in a specified time. And if they didn't, if they opened it, didn't click the link, our action, what we really want them to do is we want them to click links, right? We want them to proceed, to the pages that we want them to go to. And if they don't click on links, we know they're not engaging. We're going to follow up with SMS message, get them to engage. And again, they're tied into you. This is important to understand, you guys. This is not cookies. This is even if they open that email and click the link in a different browser. Let's say if they opened an email from a cell phone, maybe they opted in with a computer and they opted in with their email address, and then they get an email on a cell phone and they go to a page. The system that we have built here, it's not, cookies is one layer of tracking. but
Right.
it's not what it's relied on. It's literally hard coded to their email address and the database. So when they go into a database, they're hard coded to you as a referring affiliate, and it's tracking their email activity. Okay, so if they, if they open their email, if they're clicking links from that email, which we're communicating, it doesn't matter what device, it doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter if they're clicking from a text message alert notification link or email. Everything is synced together, right? And everything's under one umbrella. So that got me really, really excited. I'm like, dude, being a marketer myself, I'm like, this is like awesome. That's exactly what I was looking for, and so we're bringing that system in. The funnels are done. Pages are done. Yesterday we were going with compliance back and forth with Maripost on SMS compliance. They asked us to update some of the privacy terms of and stuff like that. So we were going back with on that, and we adjust, did the unnecessary additions to our terms of use and privacy policies and all that stuff. Make sure that it's all legally compliant. We sent it off to them. It's currently in the review. It should be. They asked us to do a couple other things today, which we got back to them. So we are literally just waiting on a green light from their compliance on that SMS feature to be enabled, and then we can go live with it. Okay, so that's going to be really cool. Now, what we're doing with SMS, okay, you guys, with this text alerts, is we are applying this concept to the entire customer base and communication internally with 4%. So you are promotional partners. If you're a promotional partner, what that means to you is this: it will apply to people that are going through the challenge. So if somebody, got to day 5 and they didn't move to day 6 for like 48 hours, they'll get an email, right? If there's no engagement on the email, they'll get a text saying, hey, what's going on? Can we help you? What's, getting people pushed, because you want your customers to get engaged, right? If they signed up for the challenge, you want them to go through the challenge. People will be getting notifications. So the communication, internal communication for customers will be, the effectiveness of that will be multiplied. It's not going to be incremental improvement. It will be like giant, giant improvement in the way that we're going to communicate. Okay. So, if there is a new product coming out, for example, if we have a live, a live stream happening or stuff like that. So, people will be able to get notifications, right? And so the engagement will improve. Everything's going to get better. Okay. We're also adjusting a little bit, and this is, I'll just tell you guys are marketers, you'll understand this. So we're basically creating this tagging system to where a little bit later, I kind of mentioned this, I think, before to you, to where you'll be able to very easily sort your customers based on their engagement. So we'll have tags that will be applied to your customers based on what they're doing. So somebody is on challenge on day 3, right? And so in challenge day 4 and so forth. So we're working on creating this dynamic system to where you will be able to, in a very near future, sort, and you can see, okay, how many of my people are not engaging, right? How many of my people have this tag that, maybe they didn't do anything for the last 30 days. All right. So if you want to send them a message out, so you will have this internal communication structure for you as a promotional partner that you will be able to communicate with your customers. Okay. So let's say if your people are engaging, if your people are producing, if your people are, doing things, you'll be able to get together with them. And so we'll give you a lot of flexibility as a business owner, right? Which brings me to another thing that I wanted to remind everybody about messaging, about what we're doing. So between products like, Internet Traffic Mastery that's being put out there, it has nothing to do with business opportunity, like at all. Like this product can be promoted to, a local business guy or gal. Stage a little bit later on, we're going to be, what we're doing with ITM, we'll be doing with eStage. So we'll have like a public funnel for eStage. The challenge as well, right? We'll have a little bit later on, I always had this vision to have these forks, right? Let's say somebody coming in, and we can go, I look at these platforms, like, for example, lynda.com, right? These online educational platforms. And they're great, right? So they have all these different types of, you can learn how to write, or you can learn how to dance, or you can learn how to drive traffic, but they're all subpar stuff. I mean, it's really, it's not like, you're not going to master anything there. You're just going to, it's like, you might as well go to YouTube, However, they've got like tens of millions of customers, like paid customers, right? So that model works. And I think what we've got here is we've got that type of potential. I'm not talking about being so diverse that it doesn't like it defeats the purpose. We want to help people. We want to do one thing. We want to help people become great. That's it. Become 4%er in the key areas of life, right? But we have a community. We have a face. We have, we have this organism that's like, it's it's breathing. It's faces. It's people. It's community. It's awesome. It feels good, to be in a 4%, right? And so I think between all these things, our messaging needs to be, we have to focus more on getting more quality customers instead of business opportunity seekers, right? I know it's easy to go for biz op guys and people that are, only have $1 and they're dreaming to become 6-figure earner, but they will not do what needs to be done because they think that, hey, I can get rich for $1. And it's just not the case. It's just not the case. So the quality of the customer that you attract will determine what that customer will do, and the expectation that the customer will have coming in to the platform or to the company or to the product, right? And so based on that expectation, the customer might, stay, or they might refund, or they might charge back. And so ultimately that will reflect on you, the promotional partner who got that customer in the first place. Okay. So I want to cover this and make it very clear so that everybody understands. We are running our programs on ClickBank, right? And so everybody have no problem for the most part, right? Everybody okay with ClickBank here? Okay. I don't think, so far has been really good, right? So we have not seen any major issues outside of like some third world countries, obviously, that are like, I know Nigeria is not, approved on ClickBank, and some of the countries, unfortunately, are not approved on ClickBank. But again, they have to, mitigate their risks and stuff like that. Bangladesh, yeah. So here is the situation. Okay, so here's what's happening. ClickBank knows our vision, right? ClickBank is $1 billion. They process billions of dollars a year in stuff like this, right? They're the biggest marketplace for digital products in the world. And our product is not available freely on ClickBank. Okay, we have our own promotional partner. So nobody else in the world can promote our products. Not ITM, not Challenge, no other product, right? Any other products that we'll be bringing in, as well, it'll only available be to internal promotional partners. So we are building a really solid reputation with ClickBank, and they love to work with us. However, they are looking at the individual affiliates' activities and see what promotional partners are doing. So we had some situations. We had a handful right now to where ClickBank suspended some promotional partners' accounts. And so when it first happened, I was like, well, maybe it's a mistake or something. I didn't really give it it wasn't that big of a deal. But then when I saw second time happened, we got on a call with ClickBank. I'm like, okay, what's going on, right? And so they wouldn't tell us why, because of privacy policies and stuff that they have to follow. So they advised that promotional partner to send a special email, and they got unsuspended. But then it happened again, and it happened again, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta know what's going on, right? So ClickBank has a formula that's about this long, and they also have, they got really, really long reach. They got long arms, man. They work $1 billion to do $1 billion a year in processing digital payments. They know if you use a credit card at Walmart, right, and you refund a lot, ClickBank knows. Just so you guys know, right? So there are these different networks that communicate. When you use your credit card at Walmart, at the airport, buy digital products, you go fly somewhere, it doesn't matter where you're using your credit card like Visa, MasterCard, they have their networks of communication that consumers are not really aware of. And so they're communicating. If you do a lot of chargebacks over here, these guys that are using that network to kind of communicate and check on your score, just like your credit score, you also have activity score. You have a score on your activities, on your purchases, on your use of your credit card and stuff like that. Everybody has that, and it's not your credit score, right? It's your customer score, if you will. And so ClickBank is also part and using that network. So some cases, that we have seen, like, some people are trying to make a purchase and ClickBank rejects them. We're like, why? Doesn't make any sense. So I got on ClickBank's case and I got all the way up to the management. I'm like, you guys tell me what's going on, right? And, at first they didn't want to tell me, but then, I got to I got high enough in the chain and they told me. They're like, without violating their terms or their privacy or whatever for the customer, they said, hey, we're using this network, and they, gave the name of the network, and they're like, trust me, you do not want to have this customer, because this customer is, their score on their refunds or chargebacks, their chargebacks rates is really, really high, not just from digital purchases, but other stuff as well. We do not allow that activity through our network because they have to protect their reputation. They have to protect their relationship with Visa and MasterCard and bankings and on different banks, because they're not the bank, right? They're the processor. So if ClickBank loses their reputation with banks, ClickBank will have to charge higher fees, and you have to pay more fees as a customer, and we would not be so happy. And everything has to be in balance. So if the customer is trying to make a purchase and they're being rejected by ClickBank, in most cases, like 95% of the time, it's because of their activity as a customer, right? That it's either a serial refunder or a serial chargeback, processor or stuff like that. So don't be so attached to some of your customers. Okay, it doesn't happen a lot, but you might see some here and there, right? So that's number one. Thing number two is on the affiliate side. So they're also looking at individual promotional, like we call them promotional partners. We call you guys promotional partners because I really see you guys as partners. I see everybody here, that are in 4%. I truly see everybody becoming at least a six-figure a year producer, because you have like the opportunities there. I mean, there's going to be a lot of seven-figure producers here. So affiliate sees everybody, you guys as a, ClickBank sees us as partners or affiliates. And so each affiliate has their own reputation with ClickBank based on their activity and their refund and chargeback rates for the purchases or for the sales of the products that they're generating on their affiliate account. Not just with 4%, but let's say if you have a ClickBank account and you promote 4% products, but then you might promote other stuff from ClickBank under the same account, right? That account has a certain score that ClickBank is looking at. And so if your customers, if your sales refund a lot or charge back a lot, right, ClickBank will suspend your account. And so that's what happened to a few people. Now, there is 2 levels of suspension. Okay? There is 2 levels of suspension. Level number 1 is called just that. It's called account suspension. If the account gets suspended, in most cases, you can contact ClickBank and they will unsuspend your account. So they'll give you like a, they'll like slap your hand or something like that, right? So in most cases, that happens, most of the time. Now, if somebody has so many chargebacks from the sales that they have generated that ClickBank just goes, you know what, this is absolutely completely out of whack from our, averages or whatever, then the account might get terminated. If the account gets terminated, then you're done, right? Well, not you, but whoever's account that is, they're done. There's nothing we can do. We don't terminate accounts. We don't suspend accounts. ClickBank does that, okay? And so it very rarely does that happen, but it can happen as well, okay? So what's the fix to that, okay? It's not all doom and gloom. This is actually a good thing because you want to have, we want to protect our reputation. Because I tell you guys this, we have some promotional partners that have, 90% chargeback rates, right? Our overall chargeback, so let's say they brought in 10 customers and 9 of them charged back, not even refunded, like charged back, right? So what happens is that it brings our reputation lower. It drives our vendors' accounts overall chargeback rate higher, right? Our refund rate average, we're under 10%, way under 10%. We're on average at about between 5 and 7% for the refund. This is across the platform, right? Now, if we have a handful of these promotional partners that are either incentivizing their sales or incentivizing people to just buy, right? And then, I don't know what they're saying. There's a lot of different ways to pull shenanigans, right, that people can do. And then those guys get high chargeback way above the averages, right? It brings our vendors' chargeback rate higher, and so it's not a good situation. It brings the refunds rate higher. So the best way to do that, you guys, is don't go after quick money. You want to focus on quality, right? Like we're building here for long term. We're building here. You want to focus on acquiring a customer, not a business opportunity junkie, right? Not somebody who wants to get rich tomorrow without doing anything. No shenanigans, gang. Okay. Don't give out incentives that don't make sense, right? So if I'm promoting internet traffic mastery, if somebody will not benefit from that product, there is no need for them to buy it, right? If I'm promoting the challenge, for example, if I know that somebody is literally down to their one last dollar, there is no need for me to convince them to get into the challenge because I know that they're not gonna, like, people need basic things. If you guys all been through the challenge, at least for the first 15 days, you kind of get the picture, right, of what we're talking about. We're not overloading people with stuff that they don't need, but at the same time, hey, no business was ever built for a buck, ever, right? It's unrealistic expectation. So when people get here for the business opportunity, hey Renee, how are you? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, Renee. Yeah. So just, if we just focus on, just focus on quality, you will not have to worry about stuff. And on top of that, when you bring quality customer in, right, people that have certain, people that have their expectations set properly, right, those customers will be buying more products later as well. I need to give people some people here. Okay. So that's that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody's on the same page. We had a call with our leadership the other day about this kind of stuff, and so now that we're on the same page, ClickBank wants to work with us, and they want they will do anything we ask them to do. We put in some requests for some features that still in a process, like months and months and months now. But we're talking about, we're optimistic that they'll get, the bigger the company, the slower they move it, and just how it is. So, we're working with them. We've got a tremendous future that we can build here. Like if you bring customers in, your customers, my vision, my goal is to make sure that we take care of every single customer here to the absolute best of our ability. Now we're not perfect. Are we ever going to be perfect? Probably not. Right? I'll tell you that. We've got, we're moving the challenge forward. We've got ITM product. We're adding some additional stuff to the ITM, but if you guys are ITM owner, you will get at no extra cost. It'll be awesome. We're not really so focused on pumping out more themes for eStage. We're just polishing things out right now, right? So we have Jack Oliver theme that's pretty awesome right now. We're making it better, right? We're polishing it. We're getting to the point where we can go mainstream with this kind of stuff. And so my vision here is not necessarily to just, put new stuff in and the quality would be like subpar. I really want to go for, that 4% standard, to have the gold standard. Now we got our work cut out, for us here, and it's awesome. I'm actually looking forward to, optimizations, the entire platform optimization, to where like these things that we're talking about right now, like communication with your customers. This is your business. This is not, I'm promoting 4%. You can literally, you see this as building your customer base, right? Other opportunities are like, that's what people are joining this for, opportunity with other things, right? When you see yourself as building your customer base, and then you become the best if you're promotional partner, obviously you're in a leadership position, right? So that's why for you, it's important to stay plugged into everything what's going on, so you understand what features is available to you, how you can communicate to your customers as soon as that feature becomes available. You build your customers, you'll be able to, send them surveys, see what they want, and then maybe you start guiding them. So you have like your own little community within a community, right? That you can, and this thing is going to grow and expand. My vision is to have an app that would be very, very social, to where you can gather with your customers, and you can do maybe one, I would love for you to be able to do a meeting like we're doing right now with your customers that's inside the platform, to where you don't really have to go out or outside and gather. You can right now, obviously, but I've got a lot of ideas that we can be implementing here, and the future here for you as a promotional partner is to bring in customers that will have correct expectations, that would not be looking for, if I didn't get rich tomorrow, then this must be a scam or whatever. Customers that want to learn how to become great, right? Whether it's through the challenge, whether it's through the traffic products, other products that we'll be bringing in. And then when you have a quality customer coming in, if you are a promotional partner, you guys, even if you don't resonate with, there will be other companies that we're aligning with, right? So obviously, you guys know World Ventures. At the very least, make sure that you're set up as a rep with those customers or with those companies, because there's going to be a percentage of your customers, 10%, 20, 30% of your customers that will resonate with all these other, companies that we're aligning with, and you can benefit from it, right? Even if you don't use those companies' products, you don't have to purchase the product. At least get yourself set up on all of the MSIs, so all of your MSIs are active, and you can benefit. Now, again, this is, I don't see that you can make, obviously we have a lot of people that are making money here, pretty quickly, but that should not be the case. People that sprint real quick, right? They get out of breath pretty quick, right? You want to pace yourself. You want to have a high beam vision. You want to go for long-term success, and it's like that snowball, man. The reason Apple is Apple, Apple launched out, and initially they were not this company that just blew up, and all of a sudden became an overnight success. It took them, right? But they focused, they perfected it, they They looked at the marketplace. They were, they were strategic in their approach, and they came up with this ecosystem. And now everybody loves Apple, right? Or at least most people, right? So, if you approach it like that, and you're consistent, you're steady, you're consistent, you can make a really, really good money initially, especially with, the ITM product. That's it's a mid-tier product. But by the way, it's going to open up at $997, same offer that we have for the members, but that's going to be limited. So, and then the price is going up to $1,497. We actually have that product approved at $1,997, ITM on ClickBank. So that's that with some of the additions that we are adding there. Again, that will get you, good commissions up front. Between that, the challenge, the ecosystem, communication on your part between SMS and emails, you'll have sales coming in for products that you did not even do anything to sell. It'll be residual, plus all those back end MSIs and whatnot, depending what your customers are doing. So the future can be pretty phenomenal for those people that will focus. I always say, if we can create a platform, if we can create an environment to where you can build your vision, within the environment, then that'll be the ultimate. That's really what I want. And then I would love to have a marketplace to where you can create your own products and sell your own products. We'll have, we have the core products and we have the marketplace. And I know I talked about it. It's still in the back of my mind all the time, because I know there's people coming in to the 4%. I know there's a lot of you guys, you have a product within you. You have a product inside of you. You have something that you can deliver to the world, right? You have talent, you have special abilities, you're specialist in something, right? And if that fits in with the vision of the 4%, if it makes sense, I don't necessarily want to have a marketplace where we're just selling anything randomly that just makes no sense. But if it fits within our vision, I would love to talk to you, right? I would love to talk to you about bringing your product into the ecosystem. And as we grow, the more customers we have, guess what? It's your platform, 4% live. Every one of you guys will be able to have your own channel, deliver value. So again, focus is going to get you to riches, you guys. Might not be the, get rich quick, but I guarantee you, if you follow the path, if you work hard, and you have a vision, you can get rich for sure. Okay. Let's see if I'm missing anything else here. So for ITM, our compliance, they actually just emailed me while I was on a plane today, heading over here, and they said that they're in the process of reviewing stuff that we sent them earlier today to compliance about SMS. As soon as we have SMS integrated, we're gonna test it. I'll have promotional partners opt in first, and obviously, if you guys want to, it's not gonna be required, text alerts or stuff like that. It'll be optional, but I would assume probably most people will want to be on it so that you guys can get alerts and stuff like that. And we'll test it internally. We'll bring it internally to the 4%, and we'll have everybody in 4% who wants to be on that alert. They'll be able to get on there. We'll test it, and then we'll take it publicly, and then we'll open up Mass Traffic Blueprint funnel, which is already built and tested. You can link up your autoresponder to it. You can build your list. You will see your customers. You will be able to, a little bit later on, you'll be able to communicate with your customers, tag them and see who bought, who didn't buy, which products they have, which products they don't have, all that stuff. So it's going to be a really, really awesome thing. Okay. So what I will do right now is I will go ahead and open this up. Okay. Most of you guys, okay, all of you guys are on here. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to unmute everybody. Okay. I'm going to unmute you guys. And if you could do me a favor, if you could hit a mute button that's on the bottom left, that little microphone icon, just mute yourself if you're not speaking, if you have a background noise. And let's just have an open mic platform, and come out if you have questions, or if you want to share something, if you want to, say something, ask me anything, come out and
Yeah,
let's.
wait. I want to ask you one question. That can we get the $50 checkout link? Because right now we have $1 link for challenge. So if better if people can get with $50, right?
Yes, we actually, I think we pretty sure we do have a $49 straight up checkout.
No, we don't have. We don't have. We have just $1 promo link.
Okay.
So we can
We
get
can show them. Yeah, well,
high
yeah,
quality.
I know we have that for sure. I'm not just, it's probably not showing in the funnels for you, but $49 challenge checkout. Yeah, we can certainly add that. I know we have that already.
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was doing some meetings with some of the guys, and I was sharing how they can convert lead into customer in very 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 good way, right?
Yeah. Is Epi talking?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Awesome. Sounds good. I'll get with I'll submit this for addition. So yeah, we can add that link to the funnels for the challenge.
yeah. Because you know what, they have to wait for 7 days, right? Somehow they did not charge, so somehow
Yeah. So so you guys know, okay, after ITM launch, you guys will have a webinar funnel for the 4% challenge that will go straight for the lifetime offer, 497. So it'll be an auto webinar. So you'll be able to use that auto webinar funnel. It'll be straight up 497 sign up. In addition to these, so it's not going to replace it. It'll be in addition. I heard a lady in the background.
That's Tatiana. How are you?
Hey, Tatiana. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Hustling.
You're hustling.
Yeah, what's up? I have a feedback, kind of a suggestion, something that I ran into, and I'm sure that a lot of people would resonate with this. So if we want to test out multiple opt-in pages, like, create our own, it would be really nice if we could have the ability to enter different, like, multiple tracking funnel IDs in the 4% back office from ClickMagick. Under funnels, like when you create the custom clone, the 4% challenge funnel, and add your own opt-in page. If you want to test several, like, maybe do 3 or 4 funnels, we only have right now the ability just to test out one. So like in the 4% back office where the integration is, you can only plug in one funnel ID. So I don't know if that's possible, but that would be great.
Yeah. I know with ClickMagick, you can split test. You can have your own custom landing page, and you can split test custom landing pages with ClickMagick. Have you checked their FAQ for 4%?
Yeah, I've actually been with support the last couple of days because my numbers weren't tracking. And so they gave me a lot of insight and, kind of answered my questions, walked me through a lot of things. But I don't, like, I'll have to look and see how to do that, because right now I can only see, unless it's right inside the funnel, maybe that's what you're talking about, maybe having multiple pages point to one sales page. That might be an idea. So, but yeah, that's something that I came across and thought, bring it up to you.
Okay, so let me show you guys this, right? Here, when you go to, hold on a sec, I'll share my screen. In just a second here. Okay. All right, check it out, right? So you go to you log into ClickMagick, you go to FAQ, and then here you type 4%. Okay, they've got these. How do I create 4% challenge funnel? How do I find my 4% ID? How do I customize the opt-in page? How do I customize the opt-in page for 4% funnel? So this right here shows you how to use your own custom, how to set up your custom landing page. And so when you set up your custom landing page, you can build it like in ClickFunnels or any other like lead pages, and you can use your landing page, your variation, link it up to the rest of the funnel, but you can do multiple landing pages, and you can split test them and see which of your landing pages work best. But you cannot change the sales, the sales page here, but front end landing pages you can customize. Okay. So check it out, but I'll make a note as well. I'll make a note, and that's a good thing. I'll follow up with Patrick as well to see have their make sure that feature is on.
Hey Vic, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who's this?
This is Quan.
Hey, Quan.
How are you? I'm in the airport at the moment.
You're always at the airport. Last time you spoke, you were at the airport.
I'm always in the airport.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, so I don't hold everybody up. At one time, I remember you say you have like letters that send out to free customer and stuff. I basically just set up like $2,500 worth of traffic. It's I hope it's good traffic. It's $1 per click, but about 1,000 click went in. 400 opt in. I literally only have enough time to write 4 emails to go out. Do the 4% actually send out on behalf of the pro partners, like emails that send out to all the people that opt in? I mean, I send out 4 myself because I have time to write 4 letters just to send out to the 400 people that click in, that opt in into the in out of the 1,000, which is
okay. So
pretty good.
Yes, 40% is pretty good. That's really good opt-in rate, actually. How many of those? So when you emailed 400 people, how many of those opened an email?
I haven't get a chance to check that yet because I just wrote the email out like two days ago.
Okay.
When they opt in. And then the other 3 campaign is still scheduled to go out because of the contest. So I just schedule ahead of time.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I'll give you guys a little tip here. Okay. When you are, especially when you were running traffic with like you're saying, it's $1 per click. So you're buying traffic, right? You're not necessarily generating traffic. You're like buying traffic from somebody else. That's fine.
Testing this out.
Right. That's fine. So what I would do, like your opt-in rate is really cool. It's 40%. That's solid, right? So what you need to pay attention to is when you send out an email, your first follow-up email, take a look at a couple of things. Take a look at the spam complaint rate. Okay, like if you're using GetResponse or any other autoresponder, they'll show you the spam complaint rate per email that you send out. Okay, so that will tell you if these people actually requested your information or if they were just dumped into your autoresponder. Because some of these guys, I'll tell you, some of these guys may do things like lead stuffing. So if you have like really high opt-in rate, that to me would be a concern potentially. It's awesome if it's awesome, right? But what if it's not awesome? So I want to make sure that I'm not getting screwed over, right? And so again, your customer, like when I send out a broadcast email, what is the spam complaint rate? Right? What is the bounce rate? That's thing number 2. How many hard bounces do I have? How many soft bounces do I have? Right? And those statistics will show you. And also number 3 I'm looking for is email open rate. So if I have 400 emails went out, what's my email open rate? If your email open rate is like 1%, they're dead people. Or,
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And hold on. So I just muted. Okay. And then I will also pay attention to the click-through rate. So if you have a link, and you can see how many people clicked on that link. So between these, 4 points right here, you will see if that traffic was good traffic or not. Okay. Now, if you're generating, there's 2 ways of getting traffic. There is a way for you to go out there and just literally grab traffic. Like you can go to a broker and you can say, hey, I'm just going to pay you 60 cents or $1 and just get me 1,000 clicks or 5,000 clicks. right? And they can do that. And so that traffic I would have to pay a lot more attention to on the engagement side of things. If I go out there and if I generate traffic, and generating traffic meaning, I run a YouTube ad, right? To where I know that people are coming to my site, they have to opt in. There is really no other incentive for them to opt in unless they want to opt in. So that's a lot better quality traffic, right? So there is a way to get traffic and there is a way to generate traffic. And so just pay attention to those stats if you're buying traffic.
Hey, Vic.
Yes.
This is Jason. How are you?
Hey, this is who?
This is Jason Gerald.
Jason. I'm doing awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, I've been building my YouTube channel, and I have a question for you. I'm trying to build my opt-in pages within eStage.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
And I'm using GetResponse in their forms to be able to put on the email so people can opt in through the email and go directly to GetResponse. Yeah,
totally. So eStage is a WordPress based. Right. So you can be as creative as you want, and WordPress is a platform that allows you to do pretty much anything you can wish.
All right. I've been doing I'm trying to build my YouTube channel and build it up and working on it. So I just hit 20 customers on my YouTube channel. So nice. I'm excited about it.
Nice.
Not a lot, but hey, we're working on it.
Hey, you know what? 2000 starts with your first two.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
All right. And I've been posting some of my videos on the 4% page.
You got a cool mic. You should be doing podcasting too.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, Vic, I got just one question for you, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
I want to know that what is the difference between buying traffic and generating traffic? Let's say you showed in ITM networks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the difference? Let's say if I am buying traffic from other guy with $1 per click, what is the difference between buying and generating?
Okay, so buying traffic, you don't know you really have no control over what that prospect or that visitor sees before they enter onto your list. You don't know what messages they're getting exposed to. You don't know if they're responding to a message that says, hey, opt in here and you'll go to Jamaica for free. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know what they see before they get on my list. So they might be incentivized. And if I'm buying traffic, okay, so think logically here, right? So what's the intention of somebody who's selling traffic? There's very few people that will sell you good traffic, right? Because they're in business of selling traffic. If they're in business of selling traffic, what's their intention? They want to sell you traffic. So if they'll sell you traffic and they will get you, what do they want? They want to get you good opt-in rate. They don't really care about getting you sales, because if they get you good opt-ins, then you're happy, and then they're gonna blame on your funnel for not converting your people, right? But they'll be like, hey, dude, at least you got good opt-in rate, man. This is legit traffic. Now, here's what can happen behind the scenes. I'm not trying to accuse anybody, but I've got burned, several years ago. I've got burned to the tune of probably $300,000, something like that. Right, because I would really, really scale but I did not sometimes you don't know until you learn the hard way. And so I got burned with this thing called lead stuffing. So somebody's microphone is on. So I got burned with this thing called lead stuffing. Okay, so I would get a lot of leads on my list, a lot of leads, right? And but my spam complaints were through the roof, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. This was the first encounter, and very low open rates and stuff like that. And so that's how I found out. So you get traffic. It's easy to get traffic, but that's why I'm telling you, look out for those matrix. If you find somebody who will get you good traffic to where you can just go out there and get it, that's fine. There are some good brokers out there. Okay, not a lot, but there are some good ones out there. So the best way for you to do that is just to build a personal relationship with them. Look at your stats, make sure that you're getting good engagement, open rates, people, complaints, spam complaints are low. And then be open with your broker and say, hey, if you treat me good, I'm going to do business with you over and over and over again. Some of these brokers are legitimate, right? And so what they will do is they'll network and they'll work out, they'll get lists, they'll go to SRDS, to all these companies, and they're pulling lists and they're buying, lists, they're buying buyers leads, they're brokering traffic, right? So they're arbitraging traffic, and that's good, nothing wrong with it. But if you find your stuff to be, your numbers to be on the low side, walk away. You generate traffic by running ads and controlling what your prospects see before they enter to your landing page. So if I can put out a message saying, hey, here's my ad, I'm gonna do a display media ad, right? And somebody has to see that ad, they got intrigued enough to click on it, they got to my landing page, there's congruency in the message, they opted in, hey, that's a good quality lead because I did not incentivize them. There is no other incentive because they initiated the opt-in, right? It was because they wanted to get on my list and get more information.
Right. Okay, one more question. I am on the session 34, I think. It's not open yet. I think it's open or not? 34th session.
Okay, I think you're right there. I think it's 34 or 35. I don't remember for sure.
It's 34.
Okay.
You are talking about the display media traffic. So my question is, let's say I get 100 impressions. So how I will track that? Let's say I'm buying impressions.
Right. So what you do is you create a tracking link through ClickMagick, and then when you run a display media campaign, they'll tell you where do you want the traffic to go to when they click. Put your tracking link in there, and so in your tracking link in ClickMagick, you make a note. You're saying, hey, this link is for X amount or X traffic.
And what's the average conversion on the let's say I'm buying 100,000 impressions. What's an average conversion?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not for display media. I'm not necessarily concerned about impressions. I'm concerned about clicks. How much? Okay, so there's a few things I'm looking for. For display media, I'm looking at how much it's gonna cost me. Versus how many clicks I get. So I determine my cost per click. That's metric number one I'm looking for. I don't care about impressions. I'm looking at how much is it gonna cost me to generate a click, a visitor, right? And then out of those clicks, how many will opt in? So what's my cost per click and cost per opt-in?
Okay.
These are the two biggest metrics that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And if it works out, you scale.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I got it. And also I want to just talk, it's important to talk to you for one thing. It's about ITM on a personal level, not over here.
Yeah, hit up support, brother. And if it's something that's, that requires my attention, just say attention, Paul, and he'll bring it to my attention. We'll connect.
Okay. Because I found something wrong, which is happening out there.
Okay. Yeah. If you're talking about pirating stuff, we got some bulldogs on the loose, man. We're people that pirate, you guys. Pirating is one of those things that's like everybody struggles with it. But
it's not good. No, it's not good.
I mean, we've got legal team on it. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
So.
Hey Vic.
Hey Felix, what's up?
How you doing?
Awesome.
Question: how do you revive your list? Let's say I have a list of about 3,000 people, but my opening rate, if it goes like a little bit higher of 1%, I'm happy about it. I know it's very low, but what do you do?
I'm sorry. How many people we're talking here?
I have 3,000.
3,000. So
yeah.
3K people. Okay. How long have you had this list?
Actually, I had this list for quite some time, and I cleaned a lot. My list was much higher, and I always had a low response, and so I cleaned almost half of it. So I had close to 6,000 people. I left only 3. So and still can't really get.
Okay, I got you. So there's a couple things. Number one is if you keep emailing this list, and keep getting your 1% open rate, that's going to kill your deliverability. Your deliverability will go down. Because with every send out, with every time you send out a message, and if you're getting those, even if you get high complaint rates or high bounce rates or low open rates, right? Your deliverability, they'll put you on bad IPs. So every email company has different IP addresses. They have good IPs, they have mid IPs, and they have poor IPs. If your engagement sucks, they'll put you on sucky IP. Okay, and if you're there, it's like you don't want to be there. So here's how to fix it, okay? What you do is you create yourself a different landing page, ClickFunnels, whatever you're using, right? For landing. So you want to create a separator. Create yourself a separate landing page with a hook, however you want to talk to them. Again, based on what you're promoting, whatever. So you want my goal here would be is to separate people that responding from those that not responding, right? Okay. And so you email your list with another opt-in and say, hey guys, I'm doing whatever you're doing. Create opportunity, like create excitement. What you want to do is you want to brainstorm what would that spark be for you, okay? Maybe you're creating an inner circle. Maybe you want to work with people closely one-on-one. Maybe you want to do Zooms. Maybe you want to do private stuff with them. Maybe you're all going to go through, let's say if you're promoting the challenge, you'd be like, hey everybody, I'm about to start this project. I'm going to bring 20 people. It's going to be my inner circle. We're going to go through it together. We're going to brainstorm on it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to bounce our ideas back and forth. We're going to go together as a group, right? If it's for ITM, hey, we're going to go through this product together. I'm going to be there for you, whatever the offer is. So we want to create an offer. You want to create a wave of momentum. You want to spark that. Now, 80% of your thinking should be about what that message would be, what that spark would be, okay? Because that's going to matter a lot. That's what people respond to. And so you get people to opt in. So maybe out of 3,000 people, you get, 300 people to opt in, or maybe you get 200 people to opt in. So what you do is these 200 people now, they're your responders. So you communicate with them differently, and then you keep emailing these other guys that didn't respond, right? And so in your same autoresponder, what you would do is you would create different lists. When they opt in here, you put them on a different list, and then remove these people from that old list automatically.
I got you.
Using get response, see what I'm saying? Like create separate automation. If they opt into this list, they will automatically be removed from this list. So when you keep emailing this list, you're not hearing the same people that have already responded here.
Right, because I also noticed that even from the customers that became the customers of 4%, I keep emailing these people and they don't respond. And in some cases, they don't even open their emails.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's like I don't have any sort of communication to them whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, we're in a business of we're in a sorting business. Really, that's what it is. You can lead a horse, you can bring a horse to water, you cannot make him drink, right? So it's that same approach. So you can, you want to have a vision where you're going. Be clear about it. Really clear. Like your success is going to be when you work with people. You want to work with group of people. Like 80% of what you need to be focusing on is getting yourself into the position to where you believe in your personal vision. Like why am I doing this? Like why am I building my customer base? What's my vision? What's my future? What am I going to do? If I could do whatever I would envision, what would that look like? Right? So you get a colorful vision for yourself first and foremost. That will create a certain aura of magnetism around you, right? Around your message, around your words, around your, and then you talk about that. People don't really join or buy products. People get into visions. People buy, into really into your conviction of whatever it is that you're doing, but with your 4% customers list, again, a lot of people that come to 4%, you know what? A lot of people don't even engage. A lot of people go through, we survey people in the challenge, and like I think day 1 or day 2 of the challenge, there's a survey that people take, like tons, like everybody says, I'm gonna go through it, right? 6 days later or something like that. And it's just a business of people, man. it's normal. You can't. It's people.
Yeah.
There were 7 billion people in the world. And it's a massive sea. This community right here. People. You know what? The right ones will show up, and the right ones are the ones that you want to work with, anyways.
And the last question, on the 3,000 people that I do have,
Mhm.
I have a 0.75% of bounce rate. Is that high?
I wouldn't say that's super high. No. Is
It's
that hard
not.
bounce or soft bounce?
I couldn't figure it out yet.
Okay, what are you using for autoresponder?
Get response.
Okay. No, I don't think it's anything that I would worry about with get response.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Vic.
All right. Thanks.
Hello. Oh, sorry about that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, Vic. This is Joseph.
Joseph, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. So since we're talking about traffic, this is a topic that I really resonate with.
Mhm.
I've been following through the challenge, and I pretty much took all the action steps with. I think I did the traffic. I bought some traffic. I have currently about 230 people in my autoresponder, experiencing very similar situations with very low open rates. So I guess, what I was kind of struggling with is trying to, spark some type of relationship with my list. But at the same time, right, I don't have any, how should I put it? First of all, the creative, in terms of how to organize some type of gathering, whether it be to, get them on a live, something like this, in terms of that kind of stuff, the way to approach the list is kind of something that I've been struggling with. And at the same time, I didn't want to let this list grow cold.
Yeah.
And so it's been kind of eating away at me in a way. So I was hoping, if you had some.
So, okay, let me ask you this, Joseph. What do you personally would love to do? What would you love to do? Do you love to hang out with people like this on a Zoom? Are you more of a shy personality? What do you prefer in dealing with people?
Well,
Or
at the end of the day, for me,
or are you a behind the scene kind of guy to where you super introverted and you don't want to see nobody or talk to nobody?
Well, that's a good question. For me personally, I think, doing face-to-face interactions like this with, the people that are, eventually going to be on my team here as a promotional partner, I think it's going to be definitely, one of the skill sets that I want to come out of my comfort zone with. So I think that that's the way to go, to be able to have face-to-face interactions with my list.
Yesterday, Vlad at the home office, 4% back home, he was like, hey, what would be, it would be awesome if we could, if we could have a program teaching people how to sell stuff or market stuff without putting themselves personally out there. Is that possible? Because a lot of people are shy. And I said, you know what do you want to sell? He's like, well, I don't know, man. For example, I want to sell, I forgot what he said, but let's say this pen right here. I want to sell this pen, right? And so I just want to learn how to sell this pen. I'm like, all right, let me ask you this. Why would I want to buy this pen from you where I can just go to Walmart and buy it from Walmart or Amazon, right? What would be the difference? The difference would be is not in selling the pen. I would be selling something that's beyond the pen. Why would you want to buy this pen from me instead of Amazon? You can go to Amazon and get it shipped to you. There's no face, right? But I can create myself $1 million business selling a pen because of me. See what I'm saying? So what I do is I would be giving out tips on pens. I'll be giving out content. I'll be positioning myself as an expert on pens, right? I'll be reviewing pens. I'll be giving people like, you know what I mean? And that's the difference. It doesn't matter what you're selling, you guys. This day and age, you know, by 2020, they said Facebook will be like 80 or 90% video, right? Look at YouTube. There is a reason why Google bought out YouTube a long time ago, right? It's video. So people, it doesn't matter. Look at Gary Vee. Everybody know who Gary Vee is, right? The guy started out selling wine, right? So wine library. So how did he blew up? Because he was selling himself, really, right? So he did it through video. Something as mundane as earbuds, right? Whatever it is that you're doing right now, people, like, if you really want to crush it, it's create, you know, it's create your connection with another human being through you being a human being. That's how you do it. And it's easier than ever nowadays. You got YouTube, right? Like Jason was saying there, he's now getting into YouTube and stuff. Like, you can have your channel, right? You can start creating content. If you have 2 people listening to you, you know what? That's awesome. It's a start that can grow. Now, what you need to do is whatever product you're selling, make sure that you're really genuinely passionate and you enjoy it. You know, don't try to make money. Try to like fall in love with like the process of marketing, process of being creative, just process of connecting. You know, like fall in love with just being just enjoying the business. Like love the game. Like if you play basketball, the teams that win at like sports are not the teams that focus on scoring so much. The teams that win are the teams that just enjoy the game. They just genuinely love playing the game, right? So us entrepreneurs or marketers, whatever you call yourself, like, I think people that think, how can I be behind the scenes and just do nothing, don't ever show myself and still make money? Can you make money like that? Yes. Will you be able to sustain that and build something, you know, significant? Not so much, because right now it's this right here, right? So I'll tell you a couple tips here. All right. So number one, what you can do is, you know, you have 230 people on your list, right? You can engage with them by going to surveymonkey.com and create yourself a survey, right? So whatever you're promoting, hold on a second, let me move this. So whatever you're promoting, you know, create a survey to your people and just say, you know, something like create yourself an angle of how can you get closer to your prospects? Because remember, those people are getting emails from other people as well. Okay, why should they pay attention to you instead of, you know, 15 other marketers out there? And it's very easy. Those 14 other marketers, they're just hammering them with buy. What you can do is you can send them an email with no pitch. Just say, hey, just wanted to say I appreciate you being my being my follower. Thank you. Just like that, right? And don't pitch anything, right? Maybe a couple days later saying, hey, by the way, I just want to let you know, if you have any questions, I'm here for you. Here's my personal phone number. Boom, right? Like just be be like a friend. Like develop a friendship. That's what you like. If you have smaller list, this works even better, because like if you have a big list, it's not possible for you to put out your phone number. You'll get bombarded. Like everybody's going to be calling you. But if you have a smaller list, that's how you spark. That's how you ignite that small, tight inner circle that will grow and multiply, and it will help you grow. You know, maybe go to surveymonkey.com and create yourself a survey. 3-question survey. A, what are you doing? B, what's your biggest challenge? C, you know, how can I help you, you know, with that, or whatever that you can deliver on, or point them in a direction. And then communicate with them. And then maybe like this webinar right here that we're doing, you can get yourself a free room. Like this is a big room that I'm, you know, paying a bunch of money for, but you can get yourself a room for up to, I think, 100 people or like 50 people at no cost, like free. Zoom.us, right? You can create yourself an account like this, and you'll have 5 people show up, right? You can do that. It doesn't cost you anything. And just really like genuinely try to find out what they're looking for, instead of focusing on how can I make that sale. If you focus on what are they looking for and how can you connect them, or go out there and find the information that will help them and deliver to them. It's really that simple, right? Don't have to overcomplicate it. Don't have to think about how people that think about money and how can I just make a sale, it just comes across. It comes across in their intention. It comes across in their thinking, in the way they're talking, the way they look, you know. But if you genuinely try to bring value to that other people, you can have 230 people on your list. You might have 20 engaging with you. Out of those 20, with this concept, you might have 5 customers, 5 that might buy from you. And then what you do is and you can brainstorm. The smaller the group, the easier it is, because you can get in a Zoom like this and be like 5 people, right? Keep each other accountable. Create something that would be interesting for people to engage in, right? So whichever the reason that they got on your list for, there is a reason why they're on your list. What was that outcome that they were looking for? So now you can become the facilitator of a small mastermind, right, on the internet. Then all of you guys are going and working together, helping each other out, keeping each other accountable to achieve that outcome that all of you wanted to achieve in the first place, right? So now, if you have 5 people, it's even easier because, one didn't show up. You're like, hey, what happened to that guy, right? You all become like buddies, and then it's going to grow from there. Does that make sense, everybody?
Hey, Vic.
Hello, Vic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
This is JL. I wanted to also give a tip to Joseph and Felix, because I had the same problem a couple of months ago. Didn't have quite as large a list as Felix did, but it was still pretty nice. But anyway, had the same problem. And I just wanted to expound on what you said. What I did, I created an email, and I just used a really curious headline. And my headline was, I feel like I failed you. Mm-hmm. And then I knew that most of the people who had opted in were trying to look for ways to make money from home. So in the body of the email, I just said, hey, I feel like I failed you. You don't open my emails. I know you got on this list because you were looking for ways to get free, yada, yada, yada. And I put a little button down at the bottom. If you're still interested, just click the button. And then I went in to get response and did an automation. And I set up 3 lists. I had an unopened list, an open list, and then I called it expert partners list or something like that. So if you clicked on the button, if you opened the email, it would put you in the open email list. But then if you clicked, it would send you to that 3rd list, that's how I filtered all those people who were actually engaging with me. And I had like 1,500 people. It got all the way down to about 120 of those people who actually opened and clicked. And those 120 are now my most responsive. I get anywhere from 10 to 14 to sometimes even 40% open rates, and they click on my links. And that's how I still have those other people on those lists, but I've continually filtered them. I'll send them a blast and offer them something, a lead magnet or something. Or whenever we have these lives or something, I offer them. And then if they click, they'll automatically get sent into those prospective lists. And I set that up in GetResponse. I actually did a video on my YouTube channel. So if anybody's interested, hit me up later on Facebook or something. It's JL Bunbury. And I'll just get you the link to the video. I did a training on it, on how to set up that automation.
Yep, cold, warm, and hot. You just filter people out. And so,
exactly.
If you guys, that's a great strategy. So if you guys want to take this concept a step further, even, right? Because you remember, if you have these 3 lists and they're still with, let's say, one company, let's say they're with GetResponse, you're still on the same IP, right? Depending how bad your situation got. Let's say if you had, I don't know, 5,000, people on your list, and you were getting like, 1/10 of 1%, opens and stuff like that. So maybe you are on the worst IP they ever have, right? And so even if you filter these people out, you're still sending out emails from that bad IP. This is optional, but and might not be for everybody immediately. I don't think anybody is here to the level to where you'd be like super bad on the IPs. But if you wanted to take a step further, I would actually open up a different autoresponder with a different company, right? And when you have these people opting in, where you would just have them opt into a totally different environment, maybe Aweber, or I know Maripost is a little spendy for beginners, but maybe Aweber or any other company that is detached from this bad list. So if your deliverability is bad and your open rates are bad, that might be something that you would consider. So you can still email and and get these people to re-engage, and as soon as you're engaged once, they're going out from a good IP address, and so your emails get delivered and you get better engagement, and so that would be a good thing. Okay.
Vic, hi Vic.
Hello.
Hi, this is Al. Real quick on the challenge. I was just looking in the challenge, and number 34 of the challenge is missing. It goes from 33 and jumps to 35.
Okay, that would be that's probably it'll be as soon as that module is available or that session is available, it will show up.
It will show up. Oh, okay, great. Vic, anyway, I just want to thank you for the for bringing up this challenge, because it has make a big difference. It's a world-class training that you have created, and I'm sure it's going to help thousands of people. I've been following you over a lot of years now, maybe since 2013, and I've been observing. I'm one of those guys that's behind the scene guy, but I'm changing that because of the challenge and seeing all the success that people's having just by posting videos and creating a lot of great information like you have shown us in the challenge. But I just want to thank you for that. I'm also part of the fan member. I know I was a little unhappy because of that, but life moves on, and I just want to thanks.
I appreciate that. Keep them coming, you guys. And this is okay. Sharon B is sharing her screen. Sharon, we can see your screen. If you can stop sharing your screen, Sharon, that'd be super. Thank you.
Hey, Vic.
Hey, Sharon, I think we see your screen. This is Sharon B talking?
No, it's D.
Okay.
Am I sharing my screen? Oh, no, I don't think I am.
Hey, what's up? Good to see you. How are you?
Hey, so I'm brand new to internet marketing. I know you said don't say you're brand new. I don't tell anybody else that.
You can tell us.
But I'm brand new. I'm stuck on session 8 though. And I guess my problem is that I don't know enough about ClickMagick, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyways. So my question is, when I'm trying to test my funnel in session 8, and I was going through the video, how you go to ClickMagick and you do the whole search the 4%, and then you set the funnel up. You put that link in. You're supposed to set up these two lists, prospects and customers, right? But I'm stuck at this screen where in ClickFunnels, you go over to ClickFunnels. You go from ClickMagick, where it says page URL, opt-in page settings. You go over to ClickFunnels, and then you browse your funnels, and you grab one of those funnels. I think you had already created those before. Well, of course, I don't have anything created. So I'm thinking like, oh, dog, am I supposed to be Googling this? Or like, where am I supposed to get this opt-in page template? Am I supposed to customize it? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? So I've been up for like 3 days.
Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, Dee, I'll tell you what. So this is a customer support question you have. If you, okay, do this, okay? In log into the 4% back office, on the bottom right, there is a live chat, right, to customer support. If you, just kindly ask them and say, hey guys, would you please help me with this? And what they can do is they can probably get you on Skype, a meeting, and they'll help you. They'll help you because they.
So I did that, and they directed me to the 4% group on Facebook, and I think Nigel Yates had a video, and he helped me through some of that, okay, right? But I'll go back to the. I know I was trying to email you or Facebook you or something a few minutes ago, but anyway.
Okay.
I did that, so I think I'll just circle back, or maybe I didn't want to skip through to session 9 because you said don't do that. But
yeah, I think you're missing the share code from one of the funnels.
I think so.
Or maybe, okay, who can help maybe get her on Skype or maybe get her on. Okay, there you go, Jason.
Okay.
D and Jason, you guys hook up. There you go. We've got an awesome community here, and he'll help you. Yeah, what you need to, there's probably something you just overlooked. And
I think so.
Yeah. So.
Well, thank you so much. And by the way, I do resonate with you on the weight loss part of your story that you shared, 100%.
Yeah.
Even before I joined the 4% group, and back in January, just real quick, I was 170 some pounds. And I think I just made a decision to lose the post-baby weight. And I just decided that there was no way this was not happening by my birthday in March. And long story short, I lost 26 pounds in 3 months, healthy. And so I resonated with you with that. And so thank you. I'm applying that same thing to the challenge.
That D word, that decision.
Hey, Vic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, this is Mohammed. You are talking. Excuse me. You are talking about the ClickFunnels. As I have some prospect they wants to join, but they're from Pakistan and Bangladesh mostly. So, is there any way you can just give them a special, the way to pay you, like Payer, Pioneer, Skrill, or let's say Pesa, something like this, or Bitcoin even?
No, No, you don't want to go through the front door. If you put them through the back door, they have them PayPal the money directly. It's not going to go through the ecosystem anyways, and I would not want to have you be in that position.
Yeah, but they don't allow ClickMagic. It's not listed at all. So
yeah, I know. Some countries are not available with ClickBank, and there is really nothing that we can even if we use our own merchant account, and which we did before. Even our own merchant account, there were some countries that were literally blocked from transacting business with Visa, and there was not much we can do.
Yeah, for example, like Pakistan is listed, but somehow they cannot even
Yeah.
open an account.
Okay.
Why
So
is that?
Pakistan is this: you contact ClickBank and say, hey, you guys, I've got this customer. Please whitelist him. Pakistan, they can whitelist certain accounts or certain customers. So they'll have to do a manual review on that particular purchase. But if you contact ClickBank, you can talk to them voice, and you can tell them, and they can probably get you going with Pakistan.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hey Vic.
Yes, sir.
Any chance you can have a look at my landing page?
Simon, what's the question?
Is there any chance you could have a look at my landing page? Give me some tips on the messaging, by any chance? Just want to sort of get it right before I start sending any traffic.
Go ahead, Simon. We got to wrap this up. What you can do is drop it in a Facebook group. Just drop your Facebook, your landing page in a Facebook group, and we're all going to give you feedback. How's that?
Sounds good, mate. Yeah, lovely. Cheers, Vic.
We're all going to comment on it. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? We've been going on for
Yo, Vic.
Let's take 2 more questions here, and we're going to chop.
Yo, Vic.
Yo.
Hey, yo, this Austin.
Austin.
Hey, so I got a couple comments and then a quick question for you. So, last time we had a conversation here in the Zoom room, you talked about I talked about like going up and down like emotionally, and you gave me a couple tips. You talked about changing your environment, reinforcing your goal. And so I've been doing that, and that's been giving me a big boost. Another comment that I wanted to make was that I went to a networking event the other day, and I was talking to a lady there, and she told me that they paid her company paid over $12,000 to build their website. And I was just thinking like, wow, like eStage, that was just blowing up in my head. So now my question is that in this conversation, you were saying how like it's really like the belief in your vision, the conviction that you have that creates a certain magnetism around like yourself as a marketer. And so I found that like the ups and downs that I would have emotionally is really like my relationship with my goal. And I was thinking like when you talk about like your goal being like $1 million a day, like what is it that makes you what's your like, I know you talk about your why all the time, like is it to inspire and to empower people, but it's like how do you connect to that? Like I heard you say one time, like it's the Roger Bannister effect. Like you leading by example, you showing people that it's possible. Like, can you kind of like expand on that? Like, cause it's like, it seemed like when I set these goals for myself, it's like, I can't really figure out like why I will necessarily want that.
Yeah. So yeah, great question, man. I'll tell you this, you know, the milestone that I'm going for, my goal is there's three parts to it, right? There is the measuring part. There is the scorecard, which is that $1 million a day. That's the fun part. That's like, you know, that's the game, right? That's not what drives me though. That's not, because, you know, there's so much you can do, right? Now you got to have the score there, because how do you know that you hit it, right? That's a measuring stick. What the part of my goal that is juicy for me, that I enjoy, is I love the process of creating systematic like systems. You know what I mean? So I want to do that. I want to be able to hit that score through systems, right? So what I'm really enjoying doing in the process, and it gets me, you know, like going, is figuring out how can I systematize that. Okay. And it's the journey, it's the process. It's like, and that involves the day to day. That involves, you know, me getting up and testing different things and you know, and you know, coming up with products that are synergistic, because it's never going to be from one product, right? It has to work through the ecosystem. And then beyond that, there is like, okay, if I can do that, then it would be integrated and available systematically through the entire 4%, so that, you know, Austin Tools can have the same access to the same platform that has been created and tested, you know, and now Austin can run his own business on it. You know what I mean? So the kind of stuff that gets me going, you know, that score could have been, you know, whatever, 500,000, like it doesn't matter. But I you know, it's just so way out there, you know, that, but it's the process of figuring out. Now, for me, that works, you know, that I enjoy the process. For you, you just like figure out what is the juicy part of your goal, you know, and it's never numbers. Like I can tell you this, it's probably never, it's something that's beyond the numbers, you know, what is that? But the thing that will really get you going, my friend, is if you can figure out, or if you can fall in love with like the process of actual doing things. You know, people that are just looking for the score and they don't enjoy the game, they typically lose. You know, people that love the game, what is it about the game that you could love? You know, what's about it that would get you excited, or could get you excited? If you can figure out that one part, you got it.
Perfect. I got all of those things written down. I'm gonna implement that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Vic.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay,
Hi,
so
this is
like one
Rahul.
last question. This is cool?
Yeah. Hi, this is Rahul here from India, Vic.
Hey, Raghu, what's up, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Very good.
Vic, I have a question with regards to, you know, like you keep on saying that, you know, take up these strategies, try to learn the thinking behind what I'm trying to do here. And apart from promoting the 4%, you could replicate this thing in your business as well, you know, your other business, whatever else you're promoting. So my question to you is, I am actually a promotional partner at 4%. And I will be promoting the 4% challenge, because I quite resonate with that, and the kind of person you come out from the challenge is quite different, and you actually grow as a person, wherein you'll have the money flowing into you as a byproduct, like you say, right? So, but I want to replicate that to my business, and I'm in the business of online travel aggregation. We sell tours online. I have my own company website wherein we have tours listed, and people can come in and buy those tours online. So how do I actually go about creating a landing page and do the tracking, and you know, which can lead people onto the tour page when they can buy it? So I was going through the challenge wherein you mentioned that don't directly send it to the sales page of your website. Rather, make them land on the landing page, and once they opt in, then redirect them to your sales page. So how can we create those landing pages for our own business?
ClickFunnels, my friend. ClickFunnels. Go to ClickFunnels.
So do we do that with the same account which we are using for the promotional
No,
4%?
no. So what you would do is you would you have a ClickFunnels account?
I'll be creating it.
Okay, so get yourself a ClickFunnels. It's easy. Right now, there's another player on a blog. It's called Kartra. It doesn't matter, but ClickFunnels, it's easy. And so what you would do is when you create a ClickFunnels account, I would literally take, if I were you, I would take like 3 days, right? And I would just like study ClickFunnels in and out. They have this thing, there's a little game that you can start. If you're brand new, if you don't know what to do, they literally take you like in a game, kind of gamified way, and show you how you create your landing page, your little sales page, whatever the thing is. And you'll be able to build, they have templates, you'll be able to build, your landing page, your sales page, and then just apply the strategies that you're learning from the challenge, just apply it to that ClickFunnels, account. So you wouldn't necessarily be promoting the challenge, you'll just be promoting your funnel for your products, wherever you're channeling people to. But everything else stays the same,
So I'll be using the same account. I don't need 2 different accounts for the ClickFunnels, for the ClickFunnels.
You can have the same account. Yeah, same account. You can have like multiple funnels in there.
Okay. Thank you, Vic. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, awesome. All right, everybody. You guys, I appreciate you. I can be talking for you, with you for like 5 hours. I gotta get going. We've been here for 2 hours. You all are super awesome, and I'm genuinely looking forward to like these Wednesday nights, where we can just like chill and talk about whatever's happening and whatever questions you have. I know it's getting late, it's like midnight here, Eastern time, and you guys are overseas. It's like crazy.
5 o'clock.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. You guys stay tuned. Just stay tuned for the emails, as I always say. We'll be getting you on. We'll be getting you on SMS. You guys, sorry, we gotta wrap this up. Bring your questions for next time, but we'll be connecting very, very soon. As soon as we get that SMS approved, I'll be getting you guys on that system. We'll test it internally. Most of you are promotional partners, so watch out for that funnel coming your way. It's going to be awesome. And I will see you on our next live. All right. Cheers, everybody. Great hanging out with you. See ya.